we will wrap up class. One thing to note about the exercise we were just working on with bed. So let's say you're working on those first 2 steps that we just did. When you can lead the puppy to the bed and you put your hand for them to go down, when they are starting to just go down with ease and they're not kind of lingering and waffling around, then you can add the cue bed. And you want to add that cue when you start, like here. So before I start moving, I would say to my dog, bed, and then I'm going to walk with them to the bed. And as we work on this, we'll progress through the steps of eventually you say bed, and the dog goes to the bed on their own, and you are not leading them to the bed, because that's not what we want the end behavior to be. We want it to be, I'm over here, I say bed, and my dog goes over to that spot. So, one quick announcement, we've got a table over by Julie's office underneath that blue cork board, and that has heartworm meds on it, so if you've called in and you ask for heartworm or flea and tick, it'll be on that table for you to pick up.
You got to say hi.
We don't have classes next week. We will have, or the week following, we will have classes again in April in person. Until then, we'll have the video classes available. We'll send them out each week of different things to work on. If there's stuff in the meantime that you need help with, if you want to work one-on-one or chat on the phone or whatever it is, shoot an email. You can get in touch with me or Julie, and we're happy to help out, and I'm happy to do a one-on-one with you here. Does anyone have any questions on things we've worked on today or things in general?
Barking.
Yes. What's a poodle?
It's a poodle.
He barks to play. He barks to, if somebody else has a toy, he barks when there's a noise. He barks. He barks when Fletch doesn't eat fast enough. He barks at everything.
Yes, so you just described a poodle for sure. So the good thing is, he's been quiet this whole class, I think.
Coming in, but first time here.
Yep.
With other dogs here.
And that's okay. So poodles do tend to be a more vocal breed in general. Our poodles here at Paws. So part of that, some of that is to be expected, where it's just, I want to play with the other dog. When he's barking at the other dogs, whether it's the other dog is eating, the other dog has a toy, all of that is demand barking and like, play with me, play with me, play with me, pay attention to me, that sort of thing. If the other dog corrects him for that, that has a more lasting impact because it's direct communication. You can also interrupt that behavior if you need to, of calling him away, or I wouldn't call him away and then like play with him or do something exciting. I would call him away and be like, you're gonna do puppy push-ups or something, so that when you bark like this, we work. You're gonna work and you're not gonna do something fun. That might help settle it down. The startle barking is, again, something that we do tend to see pop up in the poodles. Depending on what it is, if you can anticipate that it's coming up, like if it's, the mailman is coming around the same time every day and it's the mailman that he barks at, this skill that we just last worked on, bed, is actually a good one to use as an alternative behavior of when something comes up that he would normally bark at, let's go to your bed instead. So that's an option. That takes a decent amount of time to work through, but it gives the dog something different other than lingering at the door or lingering at the window to kind of look and continue to be like, something's here and I need to bark at whatever comes by next. So generally speaking, if they startle at something, try to move them away from the window, move them away from the door. Again, I wouldn't associate it with a lot of like treats and fun time, because then you get a dog that barks and then they look at you like, what are we doing now? Like, I just barked, are we gonna play a game? So doing something like, you bark, okay, you're gonna come over here and you're gonna lay on your bed for a bit, even if you have to use the leash to kind of anchor the leash to keep them over there, rather than go to your bed and give you tons of treats, or go over here and let's play a game, it can really easily turn into, I'm gonna bark just to get your attention, and maybe we'll do something fun.
We have a lot of construction going on in the neighborhood, and he does not have access to a front window to see it.
Okay.
So he's not seeing, he's hearing dump trucks, cement trucks,
Yeah.
hammering. You know, he's hearing all kinds of stuff, and he's kind of getting a little desensitized to it, but when there's a big bang,
Yeah.
then he's just going nuts. He gets the other two going, and so I like trying to use stuff to desensitize him, like keeping music on, but even that, then he's differentiating music to noises.
Yeah.
Smarty pants.
Yeah, that's definitely a hard situation to be in, because it's not the normal, like, you know when the mailman's coming, or you know FedEx arrives at approximately this time during the day. It sounds like you're trying to mitigate it as best you can, and you're doing the right stuff. It might just take him a minute, especially given his age, and he's a poodle. Oh, buddy. Any other questions? Okay, so that's it for class, and we will see you again soon. And thank you very much for coming.